The desk has become one of the most crucial parts of the home. It's where creative ideas come to life and entrepreneurial businesses can take off. Especially in the modern age, people will often spend years of their life sitting down in one place, without the importance of an effective workspace in order to get the highest quality of work done. Hi, my name's Ali, and welcome to my new and improved desk setup. I've been carefully planning out every aspect of this desk for the past 2 weeks now, and I'm excited to finally share it with you guys. Now, I'm sure the big feature that catches you guys' eye is the large 49-inch ultra-wide monitor. However, I want to start off with my favorite part of the whole design, the cable management. Despite how minimal this design may seem, there are actually over 25 different cords connecting everything you guys see. One of the issues I was constantly running into on my old setup was dealing with the quick access cables. I was constantly having to get on my knees to plug my phone into my computer or find the micro USB cable to charge my keyboard or my mouse. So I got the idea from Matthew and Seagate to use cable clips in order to have all the quick access wires I need within reach. Now all these wires are already plugged into wherever they need to be, whether that's my computer or a power outlet. Now if I need to connect my phone to my computer, I can do it through this lightning port. Or if I need to connect my camera's memory stick, I can do it through this USB extender. If I need to charge my keyboard, my mouse, or anything else, I can do this micro USB slot. And the same thing goes with my HDMI cord for my MacBook and the power for my MacBook, this USB-C. Having all these cords nearly within reach, being able to move them around as well is a complete godsaver and saved me a lot of frustration that I had in my previous setup. Now on the underside of the back of my desk, I mounted an under-desk cable tray, which all the cables of the entire setup run through. There's a 7-unit extension cord as well as a 4-to-1 USB power hub in order to power the entire setup. Now that 7-unit extension cord's cable runs through the back left leg of my desk through a sleek white cable hider and along the wall into a power socket. This apartment is a little bit old, so the power sockets are pretty far away for some reason, but I'm able to hide the power cable pretty well through that cable hider. Now in addition, there are 5 cords that run from my PC up through that cable hider into the under cable management tray. Those being the 2 USB extenders, audio, power, and HDMI. I found that this way it's much more organized and only one actual cord needs to leave my setup in order to power the entire thing. Now it was a little bit tricky to organize the wires in such a way that the quick access cables have enough slack to where I can pull them and move them, but also so they won't dangle on the floor. As well as having the rest of the cable tucked in neatly enough so they won't show from any sides of the desk. But I finally got it figured through, and now that cables are out of the way, I want to talk about the big eye-popping feature on the desk. My 49-inch Asus ROG Strix ultra-wide monitor. My job actually paid for this through a work-from-home stipend, so probably the best thing I've purchased this year. It's made me a lot more productive and saved time from switching tabs or programs. For example, I was recently learning AutoCAD 3D, which is a 3D modeling software, and it was just so easy having an Indian guy's YouTube tutorial on one side of the screen and having the actual software on the other side. Additionally, as a software engineer, being able to have Google Chrome, a text editor, terminal, notes, and a folder open at the same time is just awesome. This might seem a little bit overkill, but I would highly recommend it to all you guys who are dealing with posture issues staring at your laptop or constantly squinting. It is a complete night and day difference. The only real downside to this is that it's hard to find ultra-wide wallpapers. I did find this one of the forest on the edge of the ocean. I like it a lot because it reminds me of my college. It's a pretty beautiful scene to look at. And I forgot to mention, but this monitor also has a ton of other features. Let me change the color settings, the hue, the brightness, the saturation, etc. And a ton of features for gaming if you guys are into that. This monitor sits on a monitor mount I got on Amazon, and there are 4 cables running through it. HDMI from my PC, HDMI from my MacBook, power, and USB for a USB slot located at the bottom of the monitor. Also underneath the monitor mount, I placed a desk protector so it won't damage the desk. I mean, it is a $25 desk from IKEA, but it makes the mount much more stable and may come in useful in the future when I upgrade to a higher quality desk. Now, as I've mentioned, much of the setup is connected to my PC. This was a complete custom build I did a year back, and for around $750, it packs a serious punch. I've never run into any lag or issues when I'm editing in Premiere or back when I used to play video games, and it was definitely worth every penny. I have a video on my channel explaining how I put it together and all the parts that I use if you guys are interested. And also I did a complete custom build of the case out of wood. However, I recently scrapped that to opt out for the smaller form factor, which has additional USB slots on the case. Now my other computer is a MacBook Air from work, and it sits right in front of me on a vertical laptop stand. Here it's easy to plug the HDMI to USB-C and the USB-C power cord. If If I go enter a meeting at work, I can easily open up the laptop and use the webcam if I need to. The laptop though does have a nice clean aesthetic and it fits well on my desk. Now, one of the newest items I picked up on Amazon was this 3-in-1 wireless charger. I recently got an Apple Watch, so with this I'm able to charge my AirPods, Apple Watch, and my iPhone at the same time. Not to mention it has a small form factor and looks very aesthetic to the eye, which is a plus for me. The less things I need on my desk, the better. I also have 2 Pebble speakers on my desk. They're only 20 bucks on Amazon. You actually get a lot of bang for your buck. I mean, the speakers on most monitors nowadays are just complete utter garbage. So spending 20 bucks for some much higher quality is worth it to me. The items that I do believe you should invest more on, however, are the keyboard and the mouse. The tools used to interact with a computer should be held to the highest quality standards. I use the Logitech G915 TKL and MX Master 2. Both of these were paid for by AMD when I interned for them last summer, and switching to a mechanical keyboard was the best decisions I made at the time. I can't express this in words. Being able to type on a mechanical keyboard is just a million times better than a traditional keyboard. As one of my friends once said, once you go clicky, you can't go back. They also have one other cool feature where you can switch between computers with the click of a button. This makes it a lot easier to switch between my PC to my Mac when I'm working in the morning and vice versa when I get off work in the evening. And finally, the last item on my desk is this 3D printed index card holder I created. I used to use this all this time to write down my daily tasks and get them done. I still do this, but I'm using this more to write down quick thoughts and ideas that come to me. If I'm in the middle of working an idea for an awesome YouTube video, I don't want to open up a new tab, go to Google Drive, log in, write down that idea and then close that tab. This lets me write down ideas and thoughts very quickly and come back to them later. Now, everything I mentioned sits on an IKEA Lemon desktop and metal furniture legs I picked up on Amazon. In front of me is 3 windows giving me plenty of indirect sunlight and a ton of fresh air. Living in a studio apartment, I find that this setup gives me just the right amount of space while following the same simple, minimal, white, gray, and black color scheme that follows my entire apartment. I've been using this setup for the past week now and it makes time fly by. I love the ultra-wide monitor, and most importantly, those quick access cables, so I can connect to my computer and 2 power cords, as simple as that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for the next video.